Hello and welcome everybody to the new year. It is January 1st, 2026. We had a lot of maps the last year for the track of the day. We had 365 of them. As you can see right here, we have many different tracks, always for every single day, of course. And there's a special thing for this, and that is that there is a ranking Discord bot, basically, where everybody in the community can rank these maps objectively from -3 to +3. So it's basically minus, 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 and then plus, 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 or plus, plus, plus for the best maps. And I thought it would be fun to take a look at the 5 worst maps and the 5 best maps of each of the year. We're starting off with the 5th worst map today, and it has a score of -1.9. Which is really bad. The average there is -2.2, and the map is one that you might be familiar with. The 5th worst is July 4th, a Deep Slip Floor Zero Cup Edition. Let's take a look. So this is the track here. If you have seen Deep Slip, of course, it was an ice trial tower map. Also, we can start the timer as well for this. And it was a very wild map. Let me show you maybe one run here of the normal route. I believe I was doing a cut on this. So this is the normal route right here. You just normal ice basically. So you go around here. This was basically the introduction track of the day to the event of Deep Slip. Right after this, the Deep Slip actual event started, where we actually also managed to get 3rd place. Spoiler, it's been half a year. We managed to get 3rd place there. And it was a really fun event, but people did not like the cover day that came with it. Okay, that is not a bobsleigh. I do remember this was a cover day built by Birdie Pock, of course, so it was really difficult ice. Like, this is a hard map. A lot of people were struggling on this one. So I think it makes probably sense that this one went this low. Also, this bobsleigh, you do not wanna do a bobsleigh line there. I think people were doing a 360 here, something like this, which we definitely needed to learn for Deep Slip. Clearly, I'm so good at it. So that is one run driven here. I can show you also maybe my cup of the day run here that I drove, which actually has a cut. I was cooking a little bit in this cup here for sure. I was decently fast by doing this cut here. You can just cut out the first turn basically like this, and then drive up like this. However, you might be noticing already, this is a 48. And it was a decent run. However, the author time is a 41.4. So what did they do? Also, we can turn this on to see how many players there were. 9,970. Now, what did they do for this map? It was basically free advertisement. Basically, yeah. The author time on this track was not driving this route. Do I do a 360? Yes, I do. Clean. Honestly, not the bad. Did I just jinx myself like 5 months in the past? I was just about to say, not a bad run. This was actually really good, and I instantly crashed. Yeah, but that's the thing. So the author time is not possible with this road. However, you have to do the actual Deep Slip 4, and you have to do the Deep Slip floor fast. Let's take a look at Twist. 39.2. I think they found some cuts on this as well. So you're going up here, and now instead of doing the normal route, you go up to this spot, plastic bounce, and then ice that up to this area. If you were watching Deep Slip, you will be very familiar with this area here. Then up this, flip to this here on top. Then another ice slide landing, and you need to jump to the middle now. This was easier. This was made easier for the cup, obviously. This is not the actual Deep Slip floor. You go into this. Now you drop it down. You want to keep some speed here. And then up with the wall right instantly into the wall. And then ice slide into the finish. This is such a sick run. And somehow it's only 2 seconds faster than the AT, which is crazy to me. Also, obviously, all the checkpoints that were on the normal route, you get right here in front of the finish. So yeah, honestly, a very interesting map. People did not like driving it in the cup though, which is fair, I guess. That was map number 1. This was the 5th worst voted map. Now let's go to the 5th best voted map, which was in April 29th, and it was called 2v2 Save Me by Sartre. Let's take a look. Wait, it says it's April 29th. It's not here. Wait, okay. Wait, oh, I'm not in April. That's probably the reason why. I thought it was there already. Okay, it's this track right here. It takes a little bit of time to load, but let's go on to the track. April 29th by Isate. Now, this one has a rating of 1.5. So, plus 1.5. We go to the right here. This one is rated a lot better. This is basically rated between a plus and a plus on average, which is pretty good. We have a pretty competitive track here with some dirt. I remember playing this one here as well. Also built by Sartel, of course. Really nice guy. Good, also very good presence on Twitter and stuff like that. Okay, small drift there maybe, then engine off into the reset here. Like this. Jump into the plastic turn. Another plastic turn to the left. Yeah, this one is just nice to drive here pretty much. That's the goal of this one. The scenery is pretty basic. I'm surprised that this one was rated the 5th best out of the entire year. Because like if you look at it, there's not that much scenery. There's simple track, everything. But it's just solid. The map is just really solid. It's just a plus track, right? So let's take a look at the world record here as well. So going up like this. Obviously the map was called 2v2 Save Me. Did we already have 2v2? Obviously now we have 2v2 in ranked format in the game. But did we have 2v2 at this point already? Yeah, it's just nice. Wait. You're telling me this map right here is the 5th best rated track of the year. And on the route, this is sticking out? Are you really telling me this? This right here from the reset below, which you could have just blocked off, by the way. You don't need this. You could have just placed a block here and this wouldn't generate. This is the 5th best map of the year. How? This is instant minus. Instant minus for me there. But yeah, really good speed here, obviously into the engine off reset. It's probably not really on the route there. The world record was a little bit to the left of it. Inside line there. Yeah, it's just nice to drive looking at this. Like, it's just good flow here. Very beginner friendly. It's like, it is a pretty precise track with a lot of stuff going on. We can maybe look at it a little bit slower as well. But yeah, nice transitions here from the platform to the dirt. Then here, small outside dirt, which is a little bit easier because it's only 1 block up. It's a little bit easier than the 2 block up. And then here into another, just nice, easy dirt transition. The scenery is light, very light, but it's just nice to look at. You really don't need more scenery than this. It's nice, like, it's very efficient scenery, you know? There's always something there, but like, look at the right here. It's completely empty, but you don't need it because you're looking at this, obviously. You're looking at the left. So that is pretty good. Does it have a hitbox? Do we need to check if it has a hitbox? Yeah, this is also just a nice addition here. Pretty PF, it just depends a little bit on how much speed you have going into that. Then a neat small plastic turn and into the finish. For me personally, this would be probably a little bit too simple, but for Cover Day, for most players here, that's pretty good. It is outside of the line. Did you know about it though? Sate? Did you know about it? I'm sorry that I have to do this, but I have to check. I'm pretty sure you can hit it, but it's not on the line, so it doesn't matter. But it triggered. I remember now, half a year later, it triggered me when I was playing this. It definitely triggered me. It's obviously not that easy to hit. It's smaller than it maybe looked in Camp 7. And you can hit it! You can hit it! You saw this little bump? But it's not on the line. This is the line. That was probably even a little bit further to the right than the actual line. But yeah, that was 2v2 Save Me by Sate. Definitely a really nice map there. And getting top 5 with 214 votes. The other map earlier, by the way, had 234 votes. Now the next one is Desert Kronos. It is October 23rd, I believe. By Artoy. Oh no. Ah, this one. We have an Artoy map in the bottom 5. I didn't look at the names yet. Of course. I am not surprised by this one as well. This is one that I felt like I could win the cup, but that's because like everybody could win the cup. This one was so dumb. It was a desert car track, which was pretty nice to drive for the most part. But if you have been watching Artoy maps in the past, or in general in Bon Cup, or also in other competitions and stuff, this turn was really hard to full speed, I remember. I think I switched to smooth steer for this one instead of tapping. Then you go down here like this. You wanna skip this penalty sand a lot, I remember as well. So like do one like that kind of. Okay, but that did not work at all. Yeah, that was super important. It was the actual lines themselves were important, but yeah, skipping the desert or the penalty there, always with the desert car, really important. Then this turn, in my opinion, this year, incredibly hard to get around this year, and then the next one when you have speed. But that is not the reason why it's on the bottom here. It is because, obviously, the finish. This is the finish of the track. Now, it might look fine here in this one attempt, because I actually got it better than my PB. What is this? Why do I have it better than my PB? 3.97 in the checkpoint. Okay, it's the same. It was the same. But you can get a insanely bad bounce on this. I kind of want to drive one more run, because that run was so bad. So that you can maybe get a little bit of a better grasp of this. So yeah, just driving like this. You want to tap a lot, obviously, on the desert car here. You always see that I lose a decent bit there. Then here, I think I'd rather smooth steer. Like this here. To, you know, just not flip over. Flipping over, obviously, loses a bunch of time. As I did there, kind of. I flipped over a little bit, got into a slide. You lose so much time there. It is also worth it to go a bit over the beam on the right there. So there were quite a few interesting desert car tricks. But yeah, combining a desert car cover day, which was pretty difficult to drive in my opinion, with that finish was very questionable. Also, by the way, the way I went out in this cup, I would love to be able to show you guys. Let's see if I can get it. It's just random, obviously, the ending. What is gonna happen? You can get it super fast. You can get it like a second faster sometimes as well. Yeah, look at this flight here already. Like, just imagine how much time you're losing like this already. That's just one thing. That would have been 1 second behind my PB. But the very bad thing is that what could happen is that you could go into the reactor here and you could fly backwards. Like, not even in the direction of the finish. And then you have the checkpoint here. So if you're flying backwards in one attempt, you're flying backwards in the respawn as well. Alright, let's take a look at the world record. 46.7. I understand this one. Like, this is always a problem with Arch, where he always has to make some weird, interesting finish. It did not work out on this one. Like, the finish was by far the most important part. So this one was interesting. This is a world record by Nico. It's gonna be super satisfying to watch here. He also smooth steers that turn. Interesting. Okay, so I was onto something. It's not fully tapping. Usually tapping always faster. You see he's tapping a lot in these turns. But that downhill turn, he also smooth steered at like 50%, because otherwise he just slide out with that speed. Then over here, like, honestly, all of this is fine to drive until the finish. Until the finish, all of this is okay. You are really fast here. You have to release a lot for this turn. But he gets it good, and then let's take a look at this finish. What kind of finish did he get? Yeah, full nosedive. Full nosedive into the finish. Yeah, it's so fast. That easily gains like a second on all of my other attempts there. So yeah, I understand why. I remember the grenading and Larsing on this map. Yeah, this was a crazy one. So I understand why this one got a minus 1.9 by 288 different votes. We're going to the 4th best map now, and it's called Marooned. And wait! This is from yesterday! It's what? That was the 31st of December. I didn't play it. It's literally track of the day from yesterday. Got top 4. What? That's crazy. I saw this a little bit because at New Year's I met up with Marius at a place, and obviously Marius had to play cover day on his laptop on New Year's. So I saw it a little bit. So we can go up here, then to the right. This is a full-on RPG map. It makes sense why this is in the top 4. This is really cool. It also, I think, has a rating. It has a rating of 1.6, so really positive. Again, the rating goes from 3 to -3, because obviously plus to minus. This is really cool. Then drive here, then a small jump. I really like this one. Just from looking at it right now, small magnet part here. It looks still fairly easy to drive for the most part, but it feels good. Oh my god, this is sick. Damn, why did I miss this? Why did I put this on New Year's? What are you guys doing? Like, one of the best cups of the year, they put it on New Year's. This is so good. Is this built by Laku? This feels like Laku to me. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay, I actually didn't know. This just felt very similar to the RPG that I played earlier this year called Red Rock Redemption. It's one of my favorite RPGs of the year. That one was also built by Laku, I believe, and that one was so sick. A lot of 3D objects like this. This has like really nice theming, you know, like you really feel like you're in a different area here in this, or then also at the end. Really cool stuff. Can I link all of these maps in the thing? I can't actually. You just gotta look for Track of the Day maps. The dates are in there. You just gotta search on Track of the Day yourself. Okay, that is gold medal at least. Alright, there you go. Let's take a look at the map a little bit. Just normal, just scenery-wise, just taking it in. Dude, this looks so good. What a map, dude. What a map. But yeah, you really feel the theme of this. Also, a lot of like small here vanilla item creatures, as you can see. Looks pretty nice. I guess some crocodiles there. Then up here we have these bamboo trees that look really good. I like them. Like tiny details like this, like ventilation shafts. I guess it's not really a shaft here, but like this looks really cool. Is this vanilla blocks? It is. Oh my god, this is vanilla items. And this as well, look at this. This is vanilla items. This is not like a 3D model that they just plopped down here. Dude, this is so cool. Holy shit. What a map. Also the birds. Dude, these birds are so well made. You see these small little details here. This is so good. Holy shit. I'm almost surprised that this is only fourth place. Damn. Also the scenery here, like this is just satisfying to look at. And then also the crane here. Bro, this is so cool. Then also this here looks amazing. Damn, what a track. Let's take a look at the world record then by Valton. Point in 93. A Mental Opera also getting the sub with a point 99. So going down here and then into the magnet. Then up to the right, just clean driving. Obviously here a lot more insight than what I was doing earlier. I missed that turn completely in my run. Then nice jump here. Yeah, this is a nice small RPG map, very approachable. Like there's no jumps where you will really struggle as a beginner here, I think. This is very beginner-friendly RPG, but that you can still push as a good player. Looks really, really fun. Small nose side there. Obviously, it's not like proper RPG. For that, it's a little bit too easy, I would say. But obviously, that's what you can do for Track of the Day. This is as much as you can do, really. And then jump to the inside and finish. Really, really cool track here. Also, Leaks, thank you very much for the 23 months. This one had a rating of 1.6 again with 151 votes. Obviously less because it was on New Year's. But yeah, let's go to the third worst map called Brush Tech. It's from May 18th. Let's take a look here. May 18th. Oh, this here. I saw somebody playing this and I thought I was having a seizure or something. It looks so weird. It's a 2.1 rating for this one. And yeah, the custom skybox is interesting on this one. Why is it so blurry? it feels so blurry, the custom skybox. Then the tech map itself, you have the bamboo, but why is the bamboo also like low quality? Like it looks like, huh? Like it feels like it was ran through a PNG converter 50 times a little bit. JPEG converter, I meant. Okay, I don't know, it will probably be the same. Drift to the right here. I do like the road texture, to be honest. That one is fine. Oh, there's water here. Surely there are no water shenanigans. It's very simple, other than that. You just drive, pretty much. There's really not much going on. Most of the scenery is literally just the skybox. Yeah, it's like really, really simple here. Now, I wonder if the bad ratings come from just the simplicity of the track and stuff like that. Also, it's pretty long. 55 seconds for a good run here. But yeah, I feel like there might be a zoop with a reactor and water. This skybox, man. It's like, it looks so out of place, kind of. I don't know. Alright, let's take a look. 55.7. I mean, it's an interesting idea. I think you can. Like, trying around a little bit with custom skyboxes is definitely something that people should do, in my opinion. You can get very creative with that. But this might be a little bit too much. I'm not sure. But I don't want to count that out. Like, you can definitely create something really cool with that. I don't want to like shit on these maps either or anything. Like it's obviously a great thing to get into Track of the Day and stuff like that. But it's just interesting to see what people thought of the tracks in retrospect over the year. Obviously, yeah, it's a Zoop. He air braked there a little bit, and he only had to do I think like 2 or 3 bounces there. I think I had to do 1 extra bounce, 1 extra water bounce, and every successive water bounce loses you speed always. But yeah, pretty much just clean run here by Haskell over Bosai, and into the finish. A pretty simple map. Not much else to say on this one. Alright. Driving wise, it's probably fine. Like, there's nothing like super egregious about this. Just very basic. I guess people just didn't like the skybox or anything. I don't know. That's like, it's very basic. If you look at the map like this, like, think about without the skybox, it's very empty. Alright. Let's take a look at the next map then, though. That was a minus 2.1 with 277 votes. Then the next, we have June 3rd. Right afterwards, Muspelheim by Ellipse. This one is the 3rd best map of the year, 1.7 voting. So the majority is plus or plus. And this is the track right here. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is an insane track. I remember this one. Now, what you might not realize when you look at this map, this ice. The map is ice. Dude, I remember. They got flowing lava working, which is so sick for scenery. Like, this is just like a scrolling texture pretty much, but it looks so good. But yeah, it was an ice map, I believe. 249 votes for this one here. Let's take a look. I was also decent on this one. I think I was diff 1 for ice that was decent. Let's take a look here. So first ice slide, wanna get that one really good, of course. Then ice slide here. I think you wanna cancel this one with the dirt. Then this is platform. Another very, very wide ice slide here. I remember this one being hard because you needed a very fast exit here. Then this is road again. Like, you could maybe full speed that one. I remember this turn here now being very hard, the exit, getting this good with good speed. Because you wanna obviously have maximum speed for the ending. And then I think it's one last ice side. It's fairly beginner-friendly ice still. Very wide. And into the finisher there. The scenery on this looks so good. Like, this is such a creative scenery and also so well executed. The black ice looks sick as well, yeah. I think it looks really cool. Dude, also the fire is animated. Yeah, this is sick, honestly, by Ellipse here. This really screams like passion project, this one. Let's take a look at the world record by Teuflum now. 46.71 over Icarus with a 0.718. Extremely close. So obviously they're gonna go super inside here at the beginning already. That's a really, really nice line. Then inside on this one as well. Flick out of it. You wanna exit the ice side a little bit over 90 degrees to get that flick when you go onto the dirt. You keep a little bit more speed that way. Then here also really good exit out of the ice, turning around here. It is full speed as I thought if you have the good angle. Now this ice side, so difficult. But they just hold PF right with a perfect angle. They get it on the right side with so much speed. It's an incredibly close fight here for the win, for the fastest time. Icarus coming from behind there, almost catching up onto the booster, but it's not enough. Damn, what a sick fight here by them. Holy shit. They're all within 500s of each other. Yeah, insane map, honestly. Okay, let us take a look then on the second worst map of the year now. That one has the same rating as the previous one. It's July 11th. And this one, have I ever seen this one before? This one has minus 2.1 rating, 223 votes. At the moment, I don't recognize the map. I didn't play it, obviously. So what are we doing here? Well, of course, it doesn't necessarily only need to be a bad map. The bad ratings can also come from drama, sometimes as well. We'll see. So into this, into bobsleigh, it's just barely simple so far. Nothing really egregious, just not... yeah, the route is not really inspired so far. Going into here, another bobsleigh. That entry was fine, I guess. Into this. And then a risky finish to the left. Okay. Now what is the controversy about this one? This is the second worst map of the year. Looks like a campaign map. I mean, a campaign map is a pretty high standard, usually, I would say. You can probably skip the penalty a little bit, maybe, is one idea that I have there. I want to do one more run, because I haven't seen the map at all before, obviously. We want to go wide there. Those white lines with the sand are a little bit awkward. But yeah, nothing really screams like quality map on this one. But it doesn't really scream a minus to me right now either. It's just like a pop map, you know? Something that I usually just ignore, I feel like. The ending, let's see. Is the ending a problem if you have a lot of speed? That's fine. It's 2,800. Okay, I'm missing 2 seconds with that run. I still went a little bit over sand. Let's take a look. Katsi with the world record with a 0.21. Wasn't this made on console? Really? That'll be interesting. Okay, no side, first turn, that makes sense. And then skip the penalty sand, as I thought. They do skip it, and then very, very wide line here. You need to turn a little bit to the right to get the right angle there, which is a little bit awkward for sure. Didn't people complain about one turn being shit on this? Yeah. Oh, wait, you were talking about the ice maps, I see. Yeah, just like this, going into the bob on this one here. Normal stuff, and then just into the finish. Am I missing a story here? This one doesn't seem that egregious. Like, it's just, yeah, just mediocre kind of, right? If this was built on console, it's still pretty impressive, I would say. Because obviously the console editor is very, very limited. Interesting. But yeah, this one apparently voted minus 2.1. Risky End was chaos in mid diffs. Yeah, you just kind of had to oversteer, I feel like. I guess if you want to go fast, it's pretty tough, that ending. But I was just, like, oversteering. Yeah, I can see that the one is bad. Check Reddit. Yeah, we should check the Reddit for this. We could do that at the end for the worst maps if you want. If somebody can dig out the Reddit threads from these, that would be funny. Let's take a look. Why is the map 1.5 years old that bad even picked for Track of the Day? Surely no better maps have been uploaded in the meantime. Ah, I see it. The map was 1.5 years old, didn't get Track of the Day, and then they, I guess, ran out of maps and then chose this one. Good mappers have to wait for over half a year. Yeah, I think it's also just a little bit hate rating by the other mappers who don't get their maps in. And then they see this map gets in. Messy transition before the first bob turn is incredibly frustrating and unsatisfying. They couldn't make it clean. If it was on console, they wouldn't be able to make that transition clean. You would have to build something different. This feels way more like a campaign map than a cover day map. Way too simple. Most parts not even that good. It already goes downhill with the outside turn. You can easily slide out with action key 4, then gear issue. Horrible transition before bob. First bob is not good. The dirt turn there is alright, and the ending, point. Yeah, minus. Okay, it's only a minus. That's a positive comment right here. Guys, this is a positive comment. He wrote minus for me. The average for that map was minus 2.1. So the average was worse than this, interestingly. Mapper here, one of my first proper map made on console. Was surprised seeing this pick. Hope you enjoyed though. It's just like, he's just like, it's first map on console, you know, hope you enjoyed, surprise it was picked, and then he gets hated. Like, obviously it's stupid. I had fun, screw the haters who don't even build maps, yeah. Yeah, I think it was just that they didn't like it. It was 1.5 years old, and I think it's mostly just that they didn't get their own map. You know, there's a lot of people trying to get into Track of the Day, and then they see this getting picked instead of their maps, and they're just pissed, I feel like. Alright, second best maps now. Second best map, it's a Shards of Eternity, January 29th, at the very start, built by Squeagle. 27th of January. Squeagle of pretty much every year is on the top of the charts with these. Squeagle always builds like really. Wait, that's not the right one. Wait, huh? January 29. Oh, the number switched or something. Okay. I swear I saw a 29 there on the left. Alright, Shards of Eternity by Squeagle. Here we go. So this is the track. 1.7 rating again. 217 votes for this one. Already, this is the scenery. Holy shit. It looks so good. This looks so amazing. I love it. Like the a little bit of theming here as well with the fog that like comes through the buildings here, the structure. Like the sideways fog looks so good. This is insanely good looking. For the TM games, by the way, we have Squeagle as Germany's lead mapper. So let's see what we can cook for Germany there. I think we are in good hands. Alright, let's take a look at the map now. So this was, I believe, NASCAR. He often likes to build NASCAR. I'm surprised that NASCAR is this high up. People apparently do like NASCAR as well. It's a fairly easy style to drive, obviously. You don't need to drift for this. The only thing you need to do is release and steer, obviously. Driving good lines here. And risking, obviously, feels very satisfying. If a NASCAR map is well built, which I think these tend to be, it is super, super satisfying to drive. Like, look at the speed through here already. This is my first run in, obviously, a year, pretty much. And we can already risk a little bit here in certain parts. Then onto this. Nice turn to the left. Like that. Yeah, this is cool. Then, like this. Really good speed across here. It's too wide. That was too wide. No chance. Could not get around. And then red boost. And through the ring. Into the finish. That is super cool, right? Looks really, really cool. I like it. It's very, I think also NASCAR is another style that is very beginner friendly. Everybody can play, but as we're gonna see when watching these world records, the limit on these tracks is, yeah, reaching that is basically impossible. Slightly different lines there. This is a slide? Wow, okay, that's interesting. Sky with a world record over Dexter. Small release there, keeping a lot of speed through here. Full speed that. Then also good speed into this one here. Tiny, tiny release. Inside line here. This turn is going to be super satisfying now. Full speed through there. Full speed through this. All the way. Then sausage to the right. Small release there. This is satisfying as well. Going through that with so much speed. World record is GPS time. Wait, ain't no way. Is that real? Going up here onto the reactor, reset, another turn to the left. Oh, this is so satisfying. Just driving through here full speed. If you have the line like this, is sick. Oh, different lines here. Dexter for a second overtaking Sky, but not into the finish. 57.24 is the fastest time here by Sky during the event itself. Let's take a look at the GPS then. Is it by, here, dopamine? It's a 57.19, of course. Yeah, okay. So we did not... They even write no typo. A 57.19. The GPS time was not beaten in a year on this map. This map has been out since a year. It's the second best rated map of 2025. And nobody beat the GPS time. That's crazy. Doesn't say the name here, but yeah, okay. Turning on the name there, it is Dopamine. It is who is the best NASCAR player pretty much of the game. And yeah, you can see why. You can definitely see why. If you look at some of these turns, how close he can go, how much speed he just knows he can carry. That one was sick. That one was, I think, better than Sky had it. Obviously, he's doing a no-side line at the start. I think they were all sliding that turn. I guess that was faster then. And then also clean line. Why is he catching up so much to my PB? God damn it. Alright, and then finish. Nice stuff, yeah. And just beautiful looking map. Like, absolutely beautiful. Yet again. That one was a 1.7 again with 217 votes. Now it is time for something that I'm very confused about. Because the map from June 7th has an average rating of -3. With 872 votes. What happened there? I wanna take a look. June 17th, 7th, I mean. It's this one! Oh my god, I know why. This one has 4 times the votes of any other track. Now, let me just drive this one. Why not? Let's just drive one run here. It looks like a pretty decent map, right? This looks fine. You just drive like this. Around here to the left. The scenery looks quite interesting with these plastic blocks on the sides, you know, I like the route here. It looks, feels like a very, not really 2025 route. It feels more like a 2024 route to me, like that somebody would have built earlier, like not this year. Like this feels a little bit old school, in my opinion, this route. Then going to the left here, up into the checkpoint, onto the water, reset here. Then dirt up to the left, and then into the checkpoint here. So this is the worst rated map of the entire year, with a score of -3, which basically means that out of the 872 votes, basically all of them were a triple minus. Minus, minus, minus. Now, why is that the case? Well, the reason why is that this map was stolen from Yami. This mapper here saw a map built by Yami that did not get track of the day, took the route, completely copied it, block for block, built a new scenery, and uploaded it as his own. This is the world record right here. Does anybody have the map name from the actual... Was it the same? There's no way it's the same scenery. Same scenery? No, okay, that's actually worse. That's way worse than I thought. No way it's actually the same scenery. So they didn't change anything. They changed maybe the author time. Oh my god. And the different GPS. True. True. The GPS was different. Is there a backwards GPS? Yeah. 42.318. Does anybody have the link or the name to what track this actually was? I would love to see if anybody has that right there. There's a Trackmania link. I guess I could download it from that. Do you have a map name? That would be nice. Wasn't the same thumbnail? Looking at this. Okay, this is the thumbnail here. I guess I can quickly download it or search. Kampfgeist. It's called Kampfgeist. Okay. Let's take a look. I don't find it. Amazing. It's not like that. Just an alt campaign, basically, yes. I don't find it like this. Okay. Let me get it from the Trackmania link then, I guess. Battle Spirit? Was it really called like that? It's not on TMX. It's not on TMX. Ah, okay. I see. Okay. That's how they got away with it, I guess. Okay. Ah. Alright. Here you go. Okay. Alright, here you can see now. This is the actual track by Yami. Again, the exact same screenshot. This one called Kampfgeist by Yami. And as the very important thing is, I couldn't find it on TMX. This was not uploaded to TMX. That's why they thought they could get away with it. This was not uploaded. It has 138 players, as you can see down here. And this was the actual cover of the day. A lot of people played it 7 months ago. This is when the actual cover of the day came out. This is when it was built 2 years ago by Josh. This is when the actual map was built. All of the other times were people going back to the real track after having played the track of the day 7 months ago. This is also 2 years ago by Boarding Guy. Not many people played it. Like, just looking at the records. Oh, here's one by Yami themselves. There's not really many records from 2 years ago. Most of them are from 7 months ago. So yeah, absolutely disgusting behavior. Why would you ever do something like this? I don't know. And then getting track of the day is even worse. But yeah, basically Yami did get his track of the day. But yeah, unlucky. The thing is also, Yami never had a track of the day before this. This was Yami's first track of the day. And somebody else just stole his map. Block for block. It's so dumb. Yeah, this one obviously you can see 15,000 players. It's a different version. Absolutely stupid. Like the dumbest thing ever. Alright, but we're obviously not done yet because we want to take a look at the best map of the year. Let's round it out with some positivity, which is Hydrocore from July 27th, built by also Squeagle and Prof together. So this one was July 27th. It should be right here. I have not played this actually. Okay, let's take a look. I don't, maybe don't know this one. 202 votes, an average voting of 2.1. The other top 5 maps were 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.7. Now this one has a 2.1 rating, which is insane. Because obviously like a single minus is putting it way down. Oh my god, I've never seen this before. This looks sick. They have a drill actually here. I love it. This looks so cool. Basically a mining site here in the desert. Like, this looks sick. Okay, let's try the map. I assume it's also NASCAR or maybe SpeedTech. It might be SpeedTech. Yeah, probably SpeedTech if it's built with Prof as well. Yeah, Squeagle and Prof both are usually topping the greatest charts of, or the higher charts of the Track of the Day maps. So it definitely makes sense. A collab by both of them together, going on to first place here. That makes sense. Looks really nice to drive so far. I've actually never seen this map before. I missed this one completely. I wasn't there at the time. I'm not sure what was happening during July there. Was that still with I think were we still playing Deep Zip there? Or maybe Deep Zip was, no, I think Deep Zip must have been done at that point already. But it was maybe right after Deep Zip, where I needed probably a break after playing that map for like 90 hours. I think it was actually 100 hours. Okay, yeah, this looks really cool. Just driving it. God damn it. Is the finish early here when you... Oh no, you get a reactor boost and then to the finish. I want to drive another run. This is really cool. I've never played this map before. This is sick. Let's get at least a decent one here. That was 7,400. Let's see if we can improve this a little bit. So, speed tech. We want to get a lot of speed out of all of these turns, obviously. Ah, this feels fast. Like, that's just such a good feeling when a map like this feels like so naturally exciting when you drive, you know? Like, it's just a nice feeling driving speed tech. It's just, I don't know. Maybe that's a me thing, or well, it's definitely a thing for a lot of other people as well who enjoy the style. Maybe not for everybody, not sure, but for me, this style in particular just feels good. Especially just so satisfying when you nail the turns. Yeah, they definitely could have had a little bit more speed, but at least we're not gonna have a respawn here this run. Get the reactor into the finish. That's the gold medal at least. Alright, really fun looking map. Let's take a look at the world record on this one, of course, as well. 46.5. Let's take a look. They're obviously going a lot more inside there. Then onto here. Drift to the right. Nice stuff. Full speed through this as well. Small drift to the right there. Yeah, this is just clean. Like, this is just so satisfying. When this is well built as well, like every single turn flows from one to the next. Yeah, this feels nice. Just looking at it, you can tell that this is fun to play. Oh, that's a nice drift there by Sky. A little bit less speed than Dexter, or I believe, behind him. Magorian, Marvi also coming closer there at the end, but it is a Sky holding off the lead with a point of 57. Oh yeah, just again, like looking at the scenery of this. Looks amazing. What a track right here. Yeah, this was really interesting to see. Maybe we want to do this next year as well, to check out the best and worst maps, seeing how they progress next year. Maybe they're better, maybe they're worse. I think the worst maps weren't that bad. Obviously, probably the worst ones had a bit of drama involved. But yeah, I don't think they were that bad. I guess it was a decent year overall in terms of that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the... Wait, can you drive up the drill? That is a funny idea. I don't think you can. This drives down so quickly. And it's spinning, obviously. It's not actually driving down, it's just spinning really fast. Like, if you look at it like this, it's the barber pole illusion. It's actually not going down. The only thing that it's doing is spinning at the, right? Spinning at the top here, you know? It's actually spinning movement, but if you look at it like this, if you search up barber pole illusion or whatever, I think that's how it's called. It looks like it's moving down. So yeah, it's just spinning really, really fast. So maybe you could go up. I'm not sure. You get flung off instantly. Ah, damn, unlucky. But yeah, congrats, Squeaker, on having map number 1 and map number 2. Place number 1 and map, place number 2 for the entire year. That's really, really sick stuff. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the little look through the last year of the Track of the Days. I think that was really interesting. And yeah, Happy New Year if you just watching it, obviously, when the video comes out. I hope you had a fantastic time, and I hope the next year will bring some good, fun stuff as well. But yeah, take care, everybody. That was nice, and see you next time.